Coronation Street's Brody Michaelis is left horrified this week as he's wrongly accused of being responsible for Betsy Swain's health scare. Brody finds himself dragged into scandal as his friend and love rival Dylan Wilson scrambles to clear his own name following Betsy's 2 strokes. Betsy was rushed to hospital last night, and it later emerged that she'd suffered a blood clot caused by damage to an artery in her neck. The teen explained the cause, confirming that she and boyfriend Dylan had experimented with consensual strangulation during sex. Betsy's mom Lisa then confronted Dylan in anger, berating him for causing Betsy's injuries. In an earlier scene, Brody had casually mentioned visiting Betsy's house, which Dylan found strange at the time. In Friday's episode, Lauren Bolton intervenes by warning Dylan that Betsy doesn't want to see him. Much like Lisa, Lauren is appalled by the situation, explains our Corey insider. She tells Dylan that Betsy is in a bad way and he should keep his distance for a while. Betsy has no idea that Lauren has meddled like this, and she's also unhappy when she learns that Lisa has reported Dylan to the police, leading to his arrest. Later, Dylan heads into the Rovers with his dad Sean Tully, but Lauren stands firm by refusing to serve them. Dylan fights his corner, though, explaining that he thinks Brody is responsible for what happened to Betsy. Sadly, Dylan is still in denial because he doesn't fully appreciate that it can take a while for worrying symptoms to develop, adds our source. As Brody was with Betsy more recently, Dylan creates a scenario in his mind where they must have secretly slept together. This extra confusion is the last thing that anyone needs, so how will Betsy and Brody react when they find out what Dylan has been saying? The drama begins in the aftermath of Betsy's recent ordeal. Still recovering from the traumatic events that have shaken her and those closest to her, she finds herself caught in another emotional storm. Friends and family desperately search for answers, but as new details emerge, suspicion suddenly falls on Brody. The accusation spreads through Weatherfield like wildfire. People who once trusted Brody begin looking at him differently. Conversations stop when he walks into a room. Whispers follow him down the street, and every move he makes is scrutinized. In true Coronation Street fashion, the court of public opinion quickly reaches its own verdict long before the full truth has been uncovered. Brody is left stunned, insisting he has been wrongly accused. He struggles to convince anyone to hear his side of the story. Every attempt to explain himself seems to make matters worse, leaving him increasingly isolated. Even those closest to him begin questioning whether they really know him as well as they thought. Meanwhile, Betsy is dealing with the emotional consequences of everything that has happened. Her recovery is far from straightforward, and the pressure surrounding the investigation only adds to her anxiety. Loved ones rally around her, determined to protect her at all costs, but their desire for justice also fuels growing suspicion toward Brody. As the mystery deepens, cracks begin appearing in relationships across the street. Long-standing friendships are tested as neighbors disagree over who should be believed. Some insist Brody deserves the benefit of the doubt, while others argue that the evidence, however circumstantial, cannot simply be ignored. The division creates an atmosphere of mistrust that spreads throughout the community. Adding another layer of intrigue, new clues begin to surface that suggest the situation may not be as straightforward as it first appeared. Small inconsistencies in witness accounts raise eyebrows, while unexpected discoveries hint that someone else could be hiding an important secret. Could Brody be the victim of a terrible misunderstanding? Or is there far more to the story than anyone realizes? Coronation Street has built its reputation on delivering emotionally complex storylines where appearances can be deceiving. Time and again, the ITV soap has shown that first impressions are not always accurate, and this latest drama appears set to continue that tradition. For Brody, the accusation threatens to destroy everything he has worked to build. His reputation hangs by a thread, and the possibility of losing the trust of friends and family becomes increasingly real. Every decision he makes could either help clear his name or deepen the suspicions surrounding him. Betsy's loved ones, meanwhile, refuse to back down in their search for answers. They believe someone must be held accountable, but their determination could unintentionally place the blame on the wrong person. As emotions override logic, the truth becomes harder to uncover. Fans have already begun speculating about how the storyline might unfold. Some believe Brody is being positioned as a classic red herring, with the real culprit hiding in plain sight. Others think the writers could be preparing one of the soap's biggest twists of the year by revealing that the accusation contains more truth than viewers initially expected. Social media has been buzzing with theories, with many viewers praising Coronation Street for keeping audiences guessing. Every new episode seems to introduce another surprise, ensuring that no one feels completely certain about what will happen next. One thing is clear: this storyline is about much more than a simple accusation. It explores how quickly trust can disappear, how damaging rumors can become, and how difficult it is to rebuild a reputation once doubt takes hold. The emotional impact extends beyond Brody and Betsy, affecting everyone connected to them. As the investigation continues, viewers can expect shocking revelations, emotional confrontations, and unexpected alliances. Secrets that have remained hidden for weeks, or even months, could finally come to light, changing the course of the storyline in dramatic fashion. Whether Brody is ultimately proven innocent or guilty remains the biggest question hanging over Weatherfield. Until the truth is revealed, every conversation, every clue, and every confrontation will carry enormous significance. With powerful performances, gripping suspense, and the emotional storytelling Coronation Street is known for, this latest chapter promises to keep fans glued to their screens. As accusations fly and loyalties are pushed to breaking point, one revelation could change everything, and nobody in Weatherfield will escape the consequences. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Coronation Street Scoop News Update.